Hello guys, my name is Chico Lopez. I'm going to bring you a message that is very clever, has a lot of basic information, and it's a video that the intent of it is to educate humanity and educate the people and pet owners and people that love dogs. Okay? So the message is going to bring a lot of truth. Some of the truth you might not like it. However, do not shoot the messenger, because there's a lot of people that know this. When I say a lot, it means 100, 200 people that know this and do not want to speak about it. And there is an ocean of millions of people that have no idea this actually works like this, okay? The so-called pit bull that is confused with the American Pit Bull Terrier, when the American Pit Bull Terrier is actually a pit bull. And it's a complete mess. It's a huge mess. And the people that are responsible for the mess are the owners, and before the owners, the people that breed them. Those are the first responsible. Whoever sold a dog to someone that called himself a breeder, that's the first person that's guilty of that problem. So I'm going to bring you a message. Please do not be upset with me. I'm just bringing you the message, okay? It's for you to think about it, and hopefully they give you an understanding of what the breed is and the dogs and so on and so forth. Now, let me tell you something. A study says that about 20% of all dogs in the United States, roughly 20 millions of dogs in the United States, is the most popular dog. It's a dog that some people look at it and say, that's a pit bull, that's a pit bull, that's a pit bull type. And they call them pit bull types, and they fall into an umbrella. That is really not a breed. Anything that falls into an umbrella is not a breed. It's just literally a mutt. So, of course, in a society where people get very offended about everything, if you tell them their dog is a mutt, the first thing they do, they get offended, they start to, they go crazy. If I was giving this message to people back in the 70s or the 60s, they will not be offended at all. There were people that have common sense, which is common sense, but it's really not that common. And those people will come and think and say, wow, that makes sense, those are the facts. So they are very comfortable dealing with the facts. The first dog that I ever had, American Pit Bull Terrier, it was literally a dog without papers, which means having papers doesn't mean the dog is not a mutt, by the way, in many cases. Had papers, didn't have papers, and it was basically street breeding, neighborhood breeding, which is most of pit bulls are coming from that sort of breeding. And it was a dog that really impacted me in my life. It was a very good dog. I have to say, the reason why I am in the dogs today is because of that one single dog. That single dog sent me in a quest to look for the best dogs in the world, in the American Pit Bull Terrier, and I found them, discovered them, created them, and so on and so forth. However, when I look back at the whole breed in general, with that 20%, those 20 million dogs in the United States under that umbrella, it's a sad thing, because that does not make a breed. And then you think about that the people that own the dogs, that wants to have them for the purpose of production, for the purpose of breeding a dog, for the owners that are unresponsible, that they believe that having a dog is like a human. You're born, you're a producer yourself, you have children, 2 or 3, 4, maybe 6, maybe not 10, or maybe not 6 kids every time you give birth. They think that their dog is the same way. So they want their dog to have puppies. And it's a huge mistake. Do not make the mistake. Don't have your dog having puppies. Enjoy the dog to the fullest. Have the dog castrated. I am pro castrating, neutering dogs, because breeding is the biggest problem. I do respect that they lead people that are breeding dogs. And when I say lead, means they have credentials to be experts on the matter. For German Shepherds or whatever other breed they might be breeding, American Pit Bull Terriers, those few men should be breeding dogs. And they should be the only ones breeding dogs, because they're protecting, they have a standard that is high, and they're protecting a particular breed to stay healthy, free of diseases, free of anything. I'll give you a perfect example. My puppy Ernie, that is, family New York heaven, they sent a test to a place, and this place came back and said your dog is from a different breed, but it's pure. It has no diseases or mutations of any type. And then we got in contact with the company and so on and so forth, and had a beautiful conversation with one of their scientists, and they say, your dog is an American Pit Bull Terrier. It is the purest of it. We were not ready for such a high quality animal. What we have as pit bulls is a strong mix of a whole bunch of stuff, and nothing comes out like yours. You really have the purest American Pit Bull Terrier we've seen. And so I'm going to help him now work with the database and stuff like that. But I want you to understand something. The having a pure dog is very important. The having destroying pure breeds is a serious problem. It's a serious problem, my friend. Trust me, it is a huge problem. Destroying pure breeds is a huge problem. The breeds were created for certain functions, and the American Pit Bull Terrier has 2 or 3 or 4 beautiful functions. They have nothing to do with combat dogs, and those beautiful functions are connecting with you as a human, making you strong, promoting you to be better, promoting you to never give up, and also they have a very healthy reason. They love to condition, to run, to train, and to be fit and make you fit at the same time, make you strong and keep you in shape. These dogs will be with you to the darkest times like no other breed can. I'm talking about my dogs, by the way, because I can talk about my dogs in this way because I know them very well. So let me just tell you this. If you got a dog, stop breeding. My dogs, there's a line between me, a few men, and those few men to the 1800s. That's it. Me for 30 years, another guy or 2-3 guys for another 30, 25 years, and then go back to the 1800s somehow. So let me just tell you this. Having a real good quality animal, it takes standards, it takes money, it takes knowledge, it takes planning, it takes understanding, it takes caring and sacrificing your life for a breed of dogs. And that doesn't come from the neighborhoods, that doesn't come from the breeders in Craigslist, that doesn't come from the guys that have a website and they have always puppies for sale, that doesn't come from the guy that you knew him as selling the Frenchies, then the Pit Bulls, then the Bullies, then back to the Frenchies, and now back to those dogs, the mix of a poodle. A person has a passion and love about something, they stick to it. So you that are young, you that are maybe 14, 15, 16 years old, understand that in the future, if you have a dog, don't breed that dog. Let an expert do that. Because when a dog has puppies, has 6, 7, 8 puppies, and when you sell or give away that puppy to somebody else, it's cute when it's a puppy. But later, if they can have him, he becomes homeless. And he goes through a lot of suffering, a lot of pain. And if he doesn't sell it, if he keeps it, then he wants to do exactly what you did. And they want to breed him and get their money back. Like a guy just called me and said, Mr. Lopez, I'm your biggest fan. I would love to get a female from you. And I said, wow, so why not a male? He said, well, if I get a female, I can get my money back. I wasn't able to sell him anything. I'm against that culture. It is very important, folks, that we have the best interest of the dogs at heart on everything. To build a better breed and to create. Sometimes in the pit bulls, you get guys that says, I want to preserve the dogs. You know what the preservation means? Get some bloodlines, breed the crap out of them, and make sure that everybody in the neighborhood has one. That's not preserving. That's feeding that umbrella of mutts that they call pit bulls. 20% of pit bull type. Pit bull type means a mutt. There's no such a thing as pit bull type. They want to be very nice with you and tell your dog is pit bull type. What they're really telling you is your dog is a mutt. Okay? And listen, if you have a mutt, just get him fixed, get him neuter, enjoy it. They can make a great dog. They can make a great friend. And they can be with you for a very long time. And I hope you enjoy him and I hope you give him the best life. But what I hope that you also can do is to breed those dogs. Don't breed them because their puppies will be suffering. And when it comes to breeding, let the best guys of every breed that create a pointer that points, that create a retriever that knows how to retrieve, that create an American Pit Bull Terrier that is strong, that is fit, not that is fat, not that has a huge head, not that is blue or blue nose, those are not pit bulls. And let someone create a beautiful American Pit Bull Terrier that is free of diseases, that you can raise them all the way to about 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 years old, depending on how you feed the dog and what kind of life you give it. and that the dog actually is healthy throughout their life. Also have a pit bull that will promote you through your darkest hours. You're getting divorced, that'll be your best friend. You're having problems at your job, that's your best friend. You're having problems with COVID-19 or COVID-20 or whatever life brings you, you'll have your best friend. You need to condition and train yourself, that's your best friend. If you want to go to sleep, you take one of my dogs, it'll be your pillow. It'll raise your children, it'll promote them to be tough, to be strong. Because it's the background of these dogs, they are very powerful dogs that understood the power of never giving up. The spirit of the American Pit Bull Terrier, the spirit of the American Pit Bull, not to give up. Be strong, be kind, be sweet, be gentle. The dogs are velvet and dogs are steel. Many people take these words and just take them and tag them to their dogs. But in order for you to be a real pit bull, the most important thing is the man behind the dog. The most important thing behind a German Shepherd, a Fox Terrier or whatever, is going to be the man behind the dog. Do not look just for a breeder, which is a guy that's having dogs, having sex and creating puppies. But look for someone that has a trajectory of greatness, that has merits, that has amazing things that they created. I tell you this message from my heart, guys. And don't shoot the messenger, because I'm bringing you some facts. I'm bringing you the truth. God bless you. My intentions are to make you a better person, to make society a better society, and for us to keep having better dogs. For some real great breeders that they donated their life, dedicated their life for 30, 40 years to create the best dogs for Earth, for humanity, to have a good time. And for them to have the greatest dogs. And for you to have the best puppies. Take a look at some of my clients that have my dogs. Some of my friends. They have dogs that they can sleep with, that they can take to a birthday party and have them playing with children. It is so important. It is so important. My name is Chico Lopez. God bless you. Enjoy yourself. And I want you to think about the message, because it's very deep and it's very strong. Share with your best friends. Go over the message. Study it. And hopefully you agree with me. And hopefully between you and I, both of us, all of us, can make a positive change for society and for all the dogs in general. Less dogs in the street walking homeless, less dogs being smashed by cars, more people that are ready to own a pit bull or any other breed to own those dogs. God bless you. Take care. Bye-bye.